Vblog, I guess. My ears don't keep continuously popping. After my hearing accident, my ears never going to be the same. It might recover. But yeah, about 3 months ago, and that's why my blogs have been more spaced apart because I'm not doing them regularly ever since my hearing loss. Yeah, those hombres screwed up the contact sensors at work, and if I didn't go out at night to go fix it, because it's a 5 minute job, I would not have blown my ears out. And safety would have been first, but it's all the blame goes on the fact that they broke the same door again, and no one's going to fix it for a year. And that's probably how I damaged my ears the last years, but I had some mild ringing in the summer and the fall season, and didn't realize this was the one that pushed it overboard. So it might recover, it might not, but a lesson learned here, whatever. And then they keep blowing up fireworks outside that triggers my left ear's tinnitus. So yeah, hombres are not really my thing. Anyhow, moving on, doing a few projects. Those Bob projects aren't really worth it because whatever, but at least the radios work the way they're intended to, thanks to factory default settings. Found some profiles that weren't tampered with, reset them, and all I get is complaints. I mean, if you have nothing good to say, then you're not going to get any more help. I'm sorry to say. That's pretty much it. I have other things I'm going to do. I'm mostly going to be helping Matt and the other guys working on the radio sites to finish that up. I'm going to leave them with a box of junk to fix up, but I don't really have much time to go up there. I've got to prepare for another event next week. Just came back from a Paracon, so I'm hoping to unload tonight, and I just finished uploading the video to the cloud, so hopefully with a day or so I'll be able to pull it up on my video editing platform and do some quick and dirty video editing so I could drop that on the other paranormal channel. I'll probably put a link below, which is my Paradrake channel. And I'll be working closer with Brian and many other people to hopefully move on to the next level. So I'm going to probably send him some notes saying that I don't mind driving to Virginia City. It'll be a fun weekend. I'm packing much lighter than I used to, but I'm also not buying much stuff other than food. And that's kind of how I was in 2015. So it's feeling that moment again. Just my body isn't new as it used to be. But that's because I used to buy stuff left and right because it was cool, and then all of a sudden it died off because I had just about everything I want. Then I get robbed, losing all the stuff I wanted, and now I'm in a phase of just selling off whatever I don't need. And some people are getting stuff really cheap from me, so that's not a big deal as long as money is money, but it just plugs my leak a little more. So I'm hoping to revisit that. I'm hoping that the house foreclosure crisis is going to go to full swing this fall, and maybe I can do a 26 move if I'm still alive and my ears still work. The good news is I tested my frequency range, so whatever I lost in my left ear, it's still there, but most of the sound is coming back. So today I actually heard birds for the first time I did not hear for a long time. So I'm surprised that my hearing is coming back, but it just proves to the point that I'm getting older and I cannot do that. I mean, I'd love to go to metal concerts. I got to find some good friends to go with. Heck, I'd love to see Glory Hammer if they actually play here, because I really love their catchy tunes, his catchy tunes, and glad Angus Mix 6 rejoined Glory Hammer. So, but every band goes this weird drama. Rhapsody ran through that in 2010, and I think a few other. But I don't know if Dragon Force is still putting out music. Their tone has changed, but their high pitched sound still sounds high pitched. So that's good because it's very uplifting. And I am actually going in a different direction because California is not my state, and it's always some bad hombres or miss hombres that I have to deal with. Whether they steal, they do a shitty job, I'm pretty much done with them. It's like no money going in that direction. Now I'm going to go to Waverly Hills in about 3 months, so I'm going to go and probably fancy myself at the Brown Hotel. I don't know if I'm going to rent a car. I'm actually going to Uber there and do a lot of stuff over there. So I'm going to avoid driving in that area, but it's not really a bad thing. It's just the fact I'm going to plan the packing out well next week, so that way I might just ship my gear to the hotel and have them hold it. I'm going to call them on that, see if I can ship it in and ship it out, and then ship my first suitcase over there because from there I'm going to either drive down or ferry because I do need to go to the prison thing with the team. So, and then right after that, I think it's a long trip down to Florida to Megaplex, but I might just take a plane and fly in and to go from the airport because there is shuttles from the airport you can take, or I can take an Uber over to Megaplex. I'm going to get all the addresses plotted out this week so I can figure out what the cost is, and I'll just go from one to the other because the airport would be the best way to hitch a ride with my fursuit and switch gears from one to the other. And then I do plan to be at my friend's house after that, so she may have to pick me up after Megaplex. But I'll figure that out in a few days. So that's a busy plan for this fall. Well, roll you later.